Hi, my name is Stu Wisson, and I first of all want to thank you for coming to my website. This is the first website that I've built that has anything to do with trading for 4 or 5 years since I left the whole training arena. When did I leave? It was about 4 or 5 years ago. Um, some of you may remember me. I'm Stu Wisson, of course. And I ran one of Europe's most successful online trader training courses, and it was called Insight Support Limited. That was the name of the company, and we specialized in teaching technical analysis to people that wanted to learn the skills and techniques that are required to be a successful trader. And over those years, and I'd been doing that for 10 years, I'd learned a lot about myself in terms of a trader as well, and I also learned a lot about teaching people analysis and what works and what doesn't. And one of the things that I find, or one of the key thing that made me create Insight to begin with in 2003 was the fact that there was an influx of really poor information that was sort of badly presented and taught, but more so that there was these sort of so-called methods and techniques and black box systems that were cropping up all over the place, and these were having hugely expensive sort of price tags. And over time that sort of paled, and people were becoming sort of less willing to sort of buy these things, which is a good thing, because trading really just comes down to learning analysis, learning the sort of methods that the professionals use and sort of real traders use, and not relying on black box techniques or things like that, or black box systems, and certainly not sort of subscribing to somebody's method in the hope that it would work for you. The whole reason, and this is kind of where the whole name of this new website that I've created, is that success in trading is personal to you. Personal to you in that you can say take somebody's trading method and technique and so on, and for some it may work, but for the majority that it won't. And the reason is that trading is a very subjective thing. It's very personal to you. How you act as a trader, how you respond to a particular setup or a particular situation is going to be very different to somebody sitting right next to you who may be a professional trader, who using the same techniques but would trade it very differently. And this is what a lot of people don't understand, and this is why the majority of most methods and techniques and systems and so on don't work. They may work for the person that's actually selling that method, and I'm sure it has it's a very valid system that they have, and it works very well for them, but that doesn't necessarily that it will work well for you. And this is where a lot of people are getting sort of given false information, really, in the terms that they're sort of being sold this dream that if they do this and wait for this, sort of, if you do X and Y, Z will happen, you will make money. You just sort of pull it magically from the internet. It doesn't work that way. And I began to realize that that was in fact true when I was teaching the methods and techniques that I use. And some of the techniques and methods are universal, that you kind of do have to use, and you will learn those within this course. And it's free, by the way, totally free, absolutely free. I'm not charging you anything for it. But and so you don't have to worry about being sold anything. So yeah, where was I? So I'm just basically saying that you have to understand that there are sort of golden rules in trading, the golden sort of techniques and methods that the majority use, and you need to learn to use those. Those are the things that you must learn. But to take somebody's method, say you've subscribed or you've bought a system or a workbook or whatever, and you use their method, chances are it may not work for you, because it's simply quite unique to them and how they use it. No matter how much they try and explain how you should use it, how you would use it eventually in a real living, breathing environment is going to be very different to how they would. And this is where, I learned from teaching analysis and my own sort of methods of trading in financial spread betting when I was running Insight Support Limited, that I started to realize that there was an awful lot of people that just, no matter how much I was teaching them and pointing them in the right direction and showing them how this method worked that I was using, just wasn't working for them. And it got me thinking over the years that I've not been teaching, that why is that? And I had a kind of an epiphany over Christmas, 2013, just not so long ago, when I was recording this video. That it came to me that the problem isn't so much the methods or the techniques that these people are selling. Admittedly, some of the prices are a bit crazy, to be honest. But and how these are being sold is there's a kind of a bit of a fair amount of disinformation there as well, and I feel it's a little bit sort of swinging the lead a little bit with some of these things, but nevertheless, and it made me realize that it's not the methods that are the problem. It's not the whole sort of teaching environment that's the problem. It's not the people buying them. It's not the people selling them. It's just how trading works. And the reason why the majority of new traders sort of fall by the wayside is that they're trying to adopt something which is not their own and doesn't fit their personality. And what I want to create with personaltradingsuccess.com, this new website, which I've just started, it's totally free. All you need to do is just enter your email and you gain access to the content as I build it out. And if you like it, I hope you share it with your friends and so on. I want this to be quite a social thing. But the thing is the key things that you have to learn is to learn how to trade, the techniques, the methods, and so on, the markets that you're going to be trading, the sort of the fundamentals of that, and then I hope to then be able to sort of be a conduit to enable you to develop your own method of trading that works for you. Because some people are working, I do this full time from home. This is kind of my job. I trade. That's my job. So you may work 9 to 5, and some of the methods, a lot of the methods that I probably use would not work for you because my trading is quite short term. Whereas if you're working 9 to 5, you'd be looking at a much longer time frame. Doesn't mean to say that what I'm teaching you is any less valid. It just means to say that I'm here to help you through the training on this site to enable you to find a method and technique that works for you, and providing that you're willing to sort of devote some time to it, to be patient with yourself, patient with me, and understand that I'm not here to sort of catch you out or that there's no sort of hidden agenda here. It's just that I wanted to create something that enables people to get some good solid information that is sort of well known in one place by somebody that's been doing this for a very long time. I've been teaching people for a very long time, and I took 4 years out. If you look at the menu where it sort of talks about me and what's happened to me in the last 4 years, a lot of crap has happened to me, as it did with a lot of people when the financial crisis hit the world. I suffered. I lost everything, and I'm building all that back up. And I thought, well, I don't kind of want to charge. I don't want to create something that's being sold again. I don't want to go down that road. So I thought, well, I'd create this site that was, free, that provided the information, and I'd look to see a method of how I can provide support and all that. and here we are. So if you're interested, and I do hope you are, you know, the information, this is just quite a basic site to begin with. It's just me, after all. You know, gone are the days, you know, years ago when I had web designers and developers and so on working for me. It's just muggins here doing all this now. You know, just enter your name and email below. I'm adding and recording the videos over the next couple of months, and it'll be sequential, so we'll start with the basics and move on from there. And even if you're pretty, you know, experienced as a trader, I'm sure there's a fair degree of what I can teach will be relatively new to you. And it's always good to sort of hear something, you know, sort of recap almost, even if you have that experience. And certainly if you're new to trading, then this is a great place to start. You know, it's free. You get some just first-class training, of course, and you know, I hope to build this out as quickly as possible. But I also want to try and keep an eye on in terms of the quality as well. So all you need to do to make sure you're registered is just enter your name and email below. You will then receive an email from me just saying, you know, hi, this is how it's going to work, this is where we're going to go on from here. So I really hope you join me on this. I hate to use this word because it's used in sort of X Factor and Pop Factors and Britain's Got Talent things, but you know, I hope you join me on this journey, as corny as that sounds, and you know, I'm sure that together that we can find a way that, you know, personal to you, that creates trading success for you. So enter your name and email below, and I'll see you on the other side.